Hey guys, how's it going? I have been in such a Preptober mood today. I've been watching everyone else's videos and getting so freaking excited. And the other day I tried to sit down and start my planning and my outlining, and it just wasn't working for me. And I finally realized what it is that I was missing. I still have monsters and imaginary friends stuck in my head. I'm still mentally in that world with those characters, and I'm having trouble switching over. So one thing that I usually like to do and kind of forgot or didn't realize how helpful it was is when I first start a project, I like kind of just free writing about it for a little while. Now that can be like a really loose outline, or if there's a specific scene that I can picture, I'll do a very rough version of that scene. Basically a kind of stream of consciousness, but a little bit more structured. So that's what I'm gonna do to really get in the mindset of that story, and even just deciding that I'm gonna do that is making me excited. So that is today's game plan. I will check in once I've just written a little bit of random things for a minute. Alright, so I've been writing for about an hour and a half, and I feel a lot more in the world, if that makes sense. Like I said, I basically just free wrote stream of consciousness, rambled about the story and the things I wanted to include, and kind of just went from there. And then I have more structured parts that I'm going to kind of very quickly go over. I made a slightly more brief synopsis that I'm gonna read for you so that there's context to everything I say this month. Slight warning, this might have a spoiler in it, but as of right now, I'm planning to reveal it very early on, so I'm gonna talk about it anyways, but I might change my mind, so who knows? A girl who was raised by witches learns that she was actually taken as part of a deal between her real mother and the powerful coven. Wealth and power in exchange for her firstborn child. She runs away to find her mother and get revenge on the witches, then learns that her mother was the one who suggested the payment. Now plans have changed and she's out to sabotage everything she was traded for. Because I love revenge. Then I expanded on that quite a bit and kind of just wrote out a lot of other things that I wanted to happen, other things I wanted to include, a little bit more details about all that. And then I have a section on things to figure out. So I kind of just ask myself some questions or just things that I need to decide before I can start writing it. So the first one I have is, how modern of a world do I want this to be? Then I have, what kind of success does her mother earn? How does she find out who her mother is? How much magic does she have? And I decided that she has a cat because I don't know if you know this, but I really like cats. And I figured she's a witch, she should have a cat familiar. And because she's being kind of a rebellious teenager right now, her cat's white. Because witches are supposed to have black cats, so she has this fluffy white cat, because I just think that's funny. So one of the other questions that I asked myself is her cat actually immortal and does he have any powers? And then I kind of just wrote a paragraph or two under each one and just kind of stream of consciousness, thinking out loud and answering the questions and coming up with what makes the most sense. Then I have some topics that I need to research and learn a little bit more about so that I can incorporate them into the story. I have a section called lines, scenes, etc. So a lot of times when I'm thinking of a story, a certain scene will pop into my head, or there'll be certain lines of dialogues that I really want to include. Sometimes I don't end up even including them because they don't really work in the final story, but it gets me excited about it. So I wrote out a couple things like that. There's a snippet of an insult that she says to her mother when she confronts her, little things like that. I'm not going to share because those are going to be spoilery, but I have a section on that. I have a section on character names that I'm going to expand later on and when I do my character sheets, but I'm not great at thinking of names. Actually, that's not quite true. I don't like taking time to think of names. I usually will take the time to think of my main character's name and anybody that's really important to the plot. So I named the main characters, and then I put some other witchy names for other side witches. I named her mother, and then I have a list of other names for lords and ladies to include, and basically stuff like that. This will just help me when I need to just throw a character name in there, instead of either losing my momentum by stopping and thinking of one, or throwing in a placeholder name that ends up being kind of ridiculous. I already have some go-to names picked out. So I guess that is all of the Preptober stuff that I'm going to do right now on camera. Like I said, I don't want to show too much of the actual answers to all of these because I want there to be some surprises, and throughout the month as I'm writing, I'm probably going to be sharing some of what I'm writing or sharing more information at that time. My plan right now is to do videos every day in November, but either once or twice a week, I haven't decided yet. I'm going to make them more booktube than authortube videos, because I know that I do kind of 50-50 booktube and authortube on my channel. So if there's people that are really only interested in my booktube content, I don't want them to have no videos they're interested in November. It is going to be primarily authortube videos because it's Nanowrimo, like that's our big yearly event. But for the people that just aren't interested in writing, I don't want them to feel left out. So I'm thinking that maybe on my Wednesday and Sunday videos, they'll be more booktube related, and then my other 5 videos will be like Nanowrimo, writing vlogs, stuff like that. I'm going to play it a little bit by ear, but my goal is daily videos for the whole month of November. So wish me luck. And on that note, don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date with all of my videos and see how this story turns out, and all of my other videos about reading, writing, the cats, etc. If you liked this video, don't forget to click the like button to let me know, and if you want to be buddies on the Nanowrimo website, I have that linked down below as well, because I love Nanowrimo buddies and just seeing everyone else's progress, and it just helps motivate me. So if you're participating in Nanowrimo, add me as a buddy. I would love to be friends. So I hope to see you guys next time, and until then, have a great day. Bye.